Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-UnCrewed, the FAA has declared June 18th a Drone Safety Day. Autel Robotics offers updates for EVOs and app. And Rocket Lab seeks to reuse boosters. And I'm your host, Holland Lee. Welcome to the Aero-News Network's Airborne-UnCrewed program, a weekly news program covering all things uncrewed, in partnership with AUVSI, the Association for Uncrewed Vehicle Systems International. Let's get into today's stories. The FAA declares June 18th a Drone Safety Day. The FAA is inviting the drone community to be a part of its 2022 Drone Safety Day campaign on Saturday, June 18th. This year's campaign will be a one-day national event to encourage drone pilots and recreational flyers to fly right. This year's safety messages focus on register your drone, interact with others, gain knowledge, have a safety plan, trust, and train. Since 2019, the FAA has hosted the annual campaign dedicated to drone safety and best practices. Safety is a shared responsibility that requires the community and the FAA to work together. Drones are the fastest growing segment of aviation in the United States. As of January, over 860,000 drones have been registered with the FAA, and over 260,000 remote pilots have been certified by the FAA. These numbers are projected to continue to grow. The FAA has organized a National Drone Safety Awareness Week each year from 2019 through 2021. This year, they're evolving their approach with one Drone Safety Day. And after the break, EasyJet and GKN to accelerate hydrogen propulsion in aviation.
Whether you're charting a steady course or pushing for the ceiling, Autel Propeller has been elevating flight for over 100 years. It's in our passion for engineering and research. It's in our dedication to testing the limits of performance and creating propellers that are as safe as they are sexy. Now, together with our dedicated family of companies, we're propelling the future of aviation. We are Autel Propeller, built on honor.
Are you ready to ace your FAA drone pilot knowledge test, get your remote pilot certificate, and start earning money? Well, flying a drone is a great tool that can open up new business opportunities for anyone. Realtor, insurance adjuster, videographer, or commercial weekend drone warrior, you need to fly legally. Whether you're pursuing your initial Part 107 remote pilot certificate or you need a renewal, King Schools has a course just for you. So start learning today at kingschools.com.
Welcome back. In the next Uncrewed Minute, let's take a look at some shorter stories making the rounds of the uncrewed vehicle communities. EasyJet and GKN to accelerate hydrogen propulsion in aviation. EasyJet has teamed up with GKN Aerospace to further development of GKN's hydrogen propulsion jet in a bold move to reduce carbon emissions, decarbonize aviation, and demonstrate a commitment to environmental social responsibility. Hydrogen-powered aircraft is not a new phenomenon. In fact, the first H-2 aircraft, the Soviet Union's Tu-155, developed from the Tupolev Tu-154, had its maiden flight in 1988. FAA again postponed Starship review. SpaceX is going to keep waiting on the FAA as the estimated release date for the requisite environmental review of their proposed Starship has passed once again. The FAA has to complete the review, known in bureaucrat circles as the Programmatic Environmental Assessment, before the South Texas Starbase site can become operational. The agency published a draft last fall, initially saying the final report would be complete before year's end, 4 months ago. Now the FAA anticipates a final PEA on May 31, 2022. Astronics drives CorePower for electric aircraft. Astronics Corporation's CorePower line of products, specifically for airframe power, has been expanded to include new offerings for its high-voltage power conversion, 950 VDC to 28 VDC, and high-voltage/high-current solid-state switching devices for bi- and unidirectional power distribution with load protection. Astronics stated that the new lineup is flexible and modular, and that intelligence has been added to every element of the power system to meet industry standards. Aero-TV at AUVSI 2022 with AUVSI President and CEO Brian Wynn. Brian Wynn, President and CEO of AUVSI, stopped midway through Expo 2022 to chat with ANN, stating that, quote, compared to 2021, this year we're really grateful to be able to get back together.
The energy level this year is so much higher. I'm not surprised. What I am surprised by in some respects is we've got so many new companies in the industry across the domains, and we're really seeing the really large, I'm going to call them economic interests that pull this technology into the marketplace. They're starting to show up here in a really big way.
Check out the full video on the Aero-News network. And that was our Uncrewed Minute. Now back to the rest of the news. Autel Robotics offers updates for EVOs and app. Autel Robotics has announced the availability of software updates for its EVO series of drones, specifically the Nano and Lite editions, as well as a software update for its Autel Sky App. For the EVO Lite, the promise of new features and other improvements include dynamic tracking support, which apparently keeps a person in frame, like a personal watchman, thinks selfie in motion, and has several modes for smart following and object avoidance. The EVO Nano Plus is expected to gain optimization and improvements in the form of wind resistance within reason, flight control, gimbal stability, and some minor fixes such as file color error, photo number display, exposure lock, and hyperlapse camera issues. Image stabilization, 4-axis gimbal, and 60 frames per second video sending are improvements one could expect for the EVO Lite series, especially in difficult conditions, but only in hyperlapse mode when hovering. The author cautions the user or enthusiast to maintain reasonable expectations about the resilience or resistance of these lightweight devices in harsh environments. Autel promises that the EVO and Lite series can now have an enhanced user interface that, quote, integrates into shoot, video, and pro mode, putting professional parameter settings at your fingertips, end quote. And after these messages, Rocket Lab seeks to reuse boosters.
At Diamond Aircraft, innovation is in our DNA. Whether you're taking to the skies for training or business travel, every aircraft in Diamond's lineup features innovative technology, an industry-leading safety record, superior performance and efficiency, and a comfortable flying experience. No other company has pioneered as many aviation firsts, achieved more milestones, or received the same amount of industry praise as Diamond. Discover why Diamond Aircraft is one of the most trusted manufacturers in aviation at diamondaircraft.com.
Aviation Safety Resources is disrupting the market for aircraft emergency parachute recovery systems. ASR systems are smaller, lighter weight, and offer longer repack cycles than similar products available in the current market. ASR has a recovery system available for every type of aircraft: sport, experimental, light sport, general aviation, urban air mobility, vertical takeoff and landing, electric propulsion, and unmanned aerial systems. Find the right product for your aircraft at aviationsafetyresources.com.
Skyleader Aircraft offers a lineup of the most powerful, durable, and efficient light sport aircraft in the industry. From trainers to roomy cockpits for long hauls, Skyleader has an aircraft for you. And the best part? They're in your budget. Skyleader's base prices are set low to give you room to customize your aircraft to your needs, desires, and wallet, allowing you to put your money where it matters to you most. Visit flyskyleader.com today to learn about our aircraft, customization options, and chat with the team.
Welcome back. Rocket Lab seeks to reuse boosters. Rocket Lab sent up its 26th Electron rocket, deployed 34 satellites into space, and caught a rocket booster after its re-entry from space with a helicopter. This mission, named There and Back Again, popped up from Launch Complex 1 in New Zealand. Rocket Lab has two main launch missions: Electron for small satellites, and Neutron, the mega constellation deployment, cargo resupply, and interplanetary missions. The launch of the Electron, a 2+ kick stage carbon composite structure with a LOX/kerosene propellant, has a payload of 661 pounds. After the first stage separated and returned, its drogue parachute deployed at around 6,500 feet, and their Sikorsky S-92 helicopter moved into position and used a hook to snag the parachute. Once the bait, the booster, was on the line, the pilot of the helicopter felt the load characteristics to be different from what was previously experienced in testing and released it into the water below. The drogue parachute is specially designed for deployment from a fast/rapid-moving object, sometimes to provide more stability, slow down an object, or reduce its velocity enough to deploy a larger one. Rocket Lab's recovery teams moved a vessel in place to transport it back to base for inspection and repairs before reuse on another flight. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching!